This is KGW News at 11.
Like if I could tell him thank you, I would.
Now at 11, a woman says she's lucky to be alive after she was rescued from a sinking boat on the Willamette River. Plus, police are now investigating a Northeast Portland shooting as a homicide. But we begin tonight with Portland's homeless crisis and the frightening story behind this video. Those are EMTs pulling a homeless woman out of her tent. We're told she has broken legs, a crushed ankle, and other injuries. This because a driver plowed into her tent while she and two others slept near a highway. Here's more on what happened and why it highlights a horrible reality for those living on our streets. Around 4:30 this morning, another reminder of how often life on the streets can prove dangerous or even deadly.
I heard a car getting real close.
The tent sat near I-205 along the northbound on-ramp at Southeast Division. Earlier tonight, you could see the tire tracks in the grass. This man, who told us his name is Kit Sleeper, was one of three sleeping inside.
And the next thing I know, bam, we've been hit. The car tore the whole front of our tent off.
One person, the woman seen in this video being loaded into an ambulance, was seriously hurt.
She's got broken ribs, internal injuries. She's got crushed ankle. So right now she's in emergency surgery. So we're just kind of praying to God and keeping our fingers crossed.
Police said the driver, 20-year-old Shayla Valdez, wasn't impaired. She just misjudged the curve. They cited her for careless driving. Her case highlighting a bigger risk a lot of campers face.
They're extremely vulnerable, and they're really putting themselves in harm's way.
The Oregon Department of Transportation owns and maintains the land along the state's highways. In recent years, as the city's housing crisis snowballed out of control, they've watched as those small, empty plots away from homes and businesses became popular campgrounds. ODOT has spent millions of dollars trying to fight this, clearing camps, a job they turned over to the city this year, and installing boulders on properties with a chronic history of camping. The driving fear that something like this would happen.
That's why we emphasize that, please do not do this. Do not camp on our right-of-way. Do not camp next to major highways because people are driving fast and you don't know what they're going to do. They may drive inebriated. They may drive recklessly. And they put you at risk.
But with more than 2,000 people living on the streets of Multnomah County, many are willing to take this risk. Case in point, hours after the crash, Kit came back to that same piece of land with a new tent.
I know people are tired of seeing the homeless, but we're not all drug addicts. We're not all bad people, and we're trying to survive.
All right, switching gears, we are also following the investigation into a homicide in Northeast Portland. This happened overnight, and police say someone shot a man at Broadway and 21st. The shooter took off before officers got there, and the victim died later at the hospital. Beyond that, police aren't releasing much as far as details go, but they are asking witnesses or anyone with info on what happened to come forward. Vancouver police are searching for a missing 12-year-old boy. Nash Moden was last seen leaving his home on foot around 6:40 tonight. Police say they've searched all possible places he could have gone. He's 5 foot 3 inches tall, 95 pounds, and was wearing a green t-shirt, tan corduroy pants, and gray Nike shoes. Police want anyone with information to call 911. Well, an early morning boat trip on the Willamette River nearly took a deadly turn. 3 women ended up in the water when their boat capsized. Thankfully, though, heroes stepped in from the Coast Guard and the Sauvie Island Volunteer Fire Department. KGW's Art Edwards talked to one of those women who was rescued today. Art?
That's right, Maggie. Heather Thompson was with her mom and another woman. They were taking supplies to a houseboat, but the trip didn't go as planned and they ended up in the Willamette River. Thompson spent the night in the hospital.
It was a quiet Saturday in the Multnomah Channel on the Willamette River, but it turned dangerous when 3 women were in a 16-foot aluminum boat early Saturday morning.
We were moving stuff over.
Third-class Petty Officer Adam Furtado of the U.S. Coast Guard was part of the crew that got the call and raced to the rescue.
The visibility was very low, the water temperature's very low, and if you're not an avid boater, I wouldn't encourage you to be out there.
It was kind of heavy, but
Heather Thompson says they'd made this trip before, but their boat started taking on water.
when that happened, you have like a couple seconds to think if you're gonna what to do.
Thompson, her mom, and another woman ended up in the 50-degree water.
I was the one that freaked out the most. Felt like Titanic, kind of, but just on the lake.
Furtado says Thompson showed signs of hypothermia. He says he and the other crew members simply did what they are trained to do.
It was awesome to be able to get there on time, and I'm very grateful that they're going to be doing fine.
Thompson has a message for those who helped in the rescue.
Like if I could tell them thank you, I would. It might seem like not that much, but it's really life-changing.
Thompson said that they did have life jackets, but they were in a hurry, so they didn't put them on. She says she won't go without one the next time she goes in the water. Maggie, back to you.
Yeah, I can't imagine she would. Art Edwards live for us. Art, thank you. Oregon firefighters are starting to head home from California as crews get a handle on wildfires across the state there. Hundreds of Oregon firefighters actually were battling the Kincaid fire in the Bay Area. That's now nearly 75% contained. In fact, most fires across California are more than 70% contained, except for the Maria fire near Los Angeles. A federal judge in Portland just blocked a proclamation from President Trump that would require immigrants to prove they can get health insurance before being granted a visa. That's according to the Oregonian. It was going to take effect at midnight, but the judge issued a 28-day restraining order. Last week, a class action suit was filed against the proclamation, calling it arbitrary and discriminatory. All right, Portland, on a lighter note, coffee and bicycles. Do we have your attention with those two words? Today marked a 2-year milestone for a local shop specializing in both. But Breaking Cycles Coffee and Bike Shop does it with a bigger mission in mind. Here's KGW's Brittany Falkers.
Inside Breaking Cycles, you'll find two Portland staples: coffee and bicycles.
Go kind of poke around in it.
But there's more happening here than meets the eye.
Really what we're doing is taking what Portland celebrates most, and that's bikes and coffee, and combining those two tools.
Under the Transitional Youth umbrella, this local nonprofit gives teens at risk of homelessness and youth in the foster care system an apprenticeship as either a barista or bike mechanic.
It's providing a place not only where they can learn these job skills, but it's providing a safe place where we can just love them and tell them about how amazing and beautiful and valuable they are.
Breaking Cycles started with a single cold brew bicycle and has grown into this bustling brick and mortar shop.
Thank you.
Saturday, they celebrated 2 years of serving caffeinated concoctions, spiffing up spokes, and giving at-risk youth an opportunity to create a new cycle of self-sufficiency.
The confidence is huge. The confidence change is a massive difference.
Lindsay Gill is a barista here. She works with the apprentices from 14 to 21 years old. She says the program goes beyond basic life skills, encouraging kids to know their worth and look towards the future.
Taking the time to invest in who they are individually and who they can be in their future is something that they may not have ever had in somebody else, and something that we all need.
We're a full-service bike shop.
Just a few feet away, bike shop manager Alan Reinhardt is doing just that, teaching teens everything from fixing a flat to complex repairs.
Do you want to get a brake cable?
And just as valuable as job skills, kids are leaving the 12-week program with a sense of responsibility and belonging.
They really felt a strong sense of community, and they've maintained relationships that they started here and have continued those outside of the shop. And so I think for a lot of them, that's been the big part of it too.
It takes a community of support to keep the shop running. This giving tree showcases people who've donated. But take a closer look. For each leaf with a penny, that represents somebody who has graduated from the program. And if you take a look around the shop, you'll notice the penny has become a very powerful symbol.
Just like homeless people and homeless youth are stepped over on sidewalks, pennies are stepped over on sidewalks, and so we're really trying to send a message to the community to show what value is, that there's absolute beauty and value in what we step over every day.
And when pennies get the care and attention they deserve, they can really shine.
And when you're surrounded by that kind of unconditional high regard, it it empowers them to say, yes, I can do this. I can show up. I can go beyond the place that I've always been told I could never achieve. And so we're excited to serve these young people and just love them.
In Southeast Portland, Brittany Folkers, KGW News.